Better 3 hours too soon than 1 minute too late. If Omega watches had been around during William Shakespeare's time, he wouldn't have needed to worry about either, as he would have been right on time. Welcome back to Business Stories. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the story behind luxury watchmaker Omega. Ready, set, let's go! Omega's history can be traced back all the way to 1848, when Louis Brandt, former Generale Watch Company, in the Swiss city of La-Chaux-de-Fonds, Brandt sold his watches to various countries throughout Europe, and in 1894, with the help of his two sons, Louis-Paul and César, developed a manufacturing system that allowed component parts to be interchangeable. Watches produced using this revolutionary new method were advertised as the Omega brand of Le Generale. Due to its dominating success, Omega became its own spin-off company in 1903. Sadly, both Louis-Paul and César passed away that same year, but they left Omega in the capable hands of 23-year-old Paul-Émile Brandt. He led a reorganization of the company, through the difficult times of World War I, towards a union with fellow Swiss company Tissot and their merger into Swiss watch group SSIH. By the 1970s, SSIH had become Switzerland's #1 producer of finished watches and #3 in the world. Omega had been battling it out with Rolex as the top two luxury watchmakers, whereas Omega was famed for a revolutionary and more professional approach. Rolex was considered to be evolutionary and championed for their mechanical pieces and esteemed branding. The 1970s brought with it a new problem though, the quartz crisis. Companies from Japan such as Seiko and Citizen were pioneers in the quartz movement, a movement which was replacing mechanical watches with quartz ones. Whereas Rolex stuck to its guns and mechanical parts, Omega tried to compete at the forefront of its own Swiss quartz revolution. However, by 1980, watch group SSIH had been weakened by recession and Omega was almost purchased by Seiko. In the end, the group teamed up with another Swiss giant, ASUAG, to form ASUAG-SSIH in 1983. Not the most catchy name, but it was certainly powerful, and it developed into Swatch Group in 1998. They now manufacture popular brands such as Blancpain and Breguet, as well as Swatch and of course Omega. On the back of the brand's outstanding performance in the 1931 conservatory trials, think of it as the ultimate test of timekeeping. Omega was chosen as the official timekeeper of the 1932 Olympic Games, and have recorded times for sporting events in numerous competitions since. They have also had a long-standing partnership with NASA, a source of pride that is still widely exhibited on Omega's website to this day. Buzz Aldrin wore an Omega Speedmaster when he walked on the moon, and other astronauts such as Chris Hadfield tend to follow suit. In the on-screen depiction of Apollo 13, true to real-life events, the crew used Omega Speedmasters to time critical burns. In other words, powering engines on and off, when electrical systems on board the space shuttle failed. The burns had to be precisely the right duration to get the spacecraft pointed in exactly the right direction, so that it could enter the atmosphere without bouncing off or burning up. The Speedmasters performed flawlessly, and the astronauts made it home safely. In addition to spacebound watches, Omega has a successful Seamaster range. Fictional spy James Bond most notably wore an Omega Seamaster in the movie GoldenEye, and has worn many of the company's timepieces in subsequent films. Meanwhile, real-life ambassadors for the brand these days include George Clooney, Nicole Kidman, Jacques Cousteau, and many other high-profile names. The most expensive Omega wristwatch ever sold was for $1,812,000 US. It was purchased at auction in May 2018. The watch belonged to the late Elvis Presley and was given to him by RCA Records in 1961 to commemorate having sold 75 million records. Omega watches have remained popular since the company's inception, although its brand has lost ground to competitors over the years. Recently though, by adopting many of Rolex's business strategies such as premium pricing and more advertising, Omega has seen a resurgence in recognition and gained an increased share of the luxury watch market. Will they take back the crown? Only time will tell. Which other businesses would you like to learn more about? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video interesting, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching and see you again next time.